So me and Mary are having a walk. Yeah, we're back in Sydney right now. Been having Christmas with their family. So far, I've learned that Australians are alcoholics. I can't even say it. Every meal, like all day, every day, they're like, "Hey, want a beer? Want some wine? Want some champagne? Want some whiskey? What to drink?" And I'm like, "My God, man, I'm fine." What do you think about that, Mary?
It's true. It's maybe it's just my family, but every time that there's a celebration, you have a drink. You have lots of drinks. Many of the drinks.
Too many. It's been fun. Got to kiss a grandma around the lips.
Yeah, my nan. My nan gave him that big smooch.
She was like, "Yo, what's up?" And, you know, like even getting kissed in the cheek, that's new to me. Like that doesn't happen back in America for me. And they're like, you know, kissing the cheek. I was like, "Ugh." So grandma came in and I like turned my head to get my cheek kissed, and she was like, she grabbed my face and was like, "Mwah," and I'm like, not just one but twice, and then I had to give her some more when I left, and I think she may have slipped me some tongue. Yeah. It's wild. Showed you guys this beach the first time we got here, and it was like Tuesday. Today's Sunday. Maybe super windy, sorry. But we found ourselves a little spot to look out over the beach. And Mary's got a monkey tail.
Monkey tail!
Yeah! What load of crabs down there.
There's so many.
Look at all the crabs.
King of the crabs. He is so big. Wow, tiny
Baby crabs. Gross, a dead one. Mary is currently trying to fish out a crab. She's trying to make a peach one. Oh, they're moving. I don't know if you guys can see them, but she's poking them.
Come on, little baby. Ooh, yeah, get on my hand.
Go pinch you, Mary.
He's not gonna pinch me, and even if he did, his claws are tiny. Look at that little baby with his claws out. He's a tough baby. oh, he got past. What a smart crab.
Couldn't catch a crab.
I couldn't. They're too fast and too smart. They know what they're doing. They're like, no, I don't want to be caught. I'm like, well, fine.
Yeah, we're going back. It's freaking uphill all the way. You okay, Mary? Okay, sweat. It's okay. It's okay. So it's, how hot is it in Australia right now, Mary? It's hot.
I think it's 80-something Fahrenheit, which is high 20s, I think.
Okay, so it's hot and people have like snowflakes and snowmen and stuff all around. They're celebrating Christmas, they're playing all the Christmas songs. It's just kind of weird, you know? I'm dreaming of a white Christmas in Australia. Oh yeah, got that beat. Break it down, Mary. Yeah. That's good stuff. Mary, where are we? Where are we right now?
We're in Circular Quay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There's a Christmas tree over there. Meat pie.
We've been in Australia for 2 weeks and Ken still hasn't had an actual Australian meat pie. You need to have one.
I mean,
we just ate a lot of food.
We just ate a ton.
We just ate a lot of food.
And so I'm not really too worried about it. It's a nice building. We rode a ferry over here.
It's Ken's first time on a ferry.
First time in Australia on a ferry.
Okay.
And
so you get to see a nice view of the Opera House and the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna go back to the house. We just took a quick ride just to see it, but we've seen a lot of stuff. Hey, look, there's a UK looking tour bus. Yeah. Birds. That is the nicest McDonald's I've ever seen in my life. Look at it, it's freaking beautiful. Wow, surrounded by all these huge buildings. Freddy. Oh, Freddy. Oh God, Freddy. Oh boy, Fred, there's even a portrait of you on the wall. Wow, Fred. Wow, you're so cool. So, just chillaxing here, still in Australia, and I figured I'd just have a sit down and go back over, you know, like kind of compare some things that I noticed from America to Australia, and just kind of give my thoughts about Australia, because everyone's been asking me here how I like it. I've met so many people in Mary's family. Well, like all the women do like the kissing the cheek thing. That's weird to me. I've never done that before. It's always been like, just give me a big hug, you know, ooh, maybe push your cheeks together a little bit when you're giving a hug, but it's like, mwah. And then Mary's nan, she calls her, Mary's grandma, is like giving them sugars on the lips, and I'm like, oh boy, oh, this is gonna be fun. Here we go, grandma. Yeah, slip her little tongue, you know what I'm saying? She likes that. Australia's been freaking awesome. I've been getting chill here with this puppy dog. Sydney reminds me a lot of LA, because apparently a lot of the trees that are in LA are Australian trees. So that's the first thing I thought of when I got here. I was like, yeah, I'm freaking in LA again. Oh man, I hate this place. But so Sydney is a lot less populated. There's not a freaking smog hanging over the city the whole time, you know, of like impending doom. Beaches in Australia, they're all super nice. Unlike, you know, the California beaches that are freezing cold and full of seaweed and rocks. It's just been, you just go down, we can walk everywhere from here, which is probably why I like this spot so much. It's probably why I like Sydney so much. Like, I haven't had to drive anywhere, and if I had to drive, I'm sure I'd be like, oh my God, this place sucks. But this place called The Spot, we can just go to The Spot, get coffee, food, whatever you want, tons of stuff. There's even the place that holds the record for the world's biggest hamburger. Like, you've seen that picture of just that gigantic hamburger that's even got bread and everything on it. It was made in the shop down here. That's what they claim it was. They need 2 weeks advance, and it costs $2,500 to have it made. Today is supposedly the hottest day, the hottest summer day, and the hottest summer night that they're going to have since like 1970 something. So it's hot right now. I see people with like their snowman up, and they got their snowflakes in the windows, and I'm like, come on, who are you kidding? Because it's like freaking 100 degrees every day out here. There's no chance of snow. But whenever we leave here, we're going to go back into the cold of the Americas, where it's going to be, you know, 32 degrees average where I live, which I've had to explain to everyone here is 0 Celsius. Anyway, back to Australia. The whole place, no joke, is, from what I've seen anyway, is beautiful. I'm sure there are like terrible areas that they just haven't shown me, but so far everything I've seen has just been freaking gorgeous. Now the flies, they're a different story. Ross from the Game Grumps explained them to me, because he's Australian. If you didn't know that, he doesn't have an accent anymore. So anyway, yeah, Ross from the Game Grumps explained it to me as the flies are all drunk and want to fight you, and which is real, because they get in your face, you know, you're like, oh, get away from me, fly. And sometimes they don't even leave. They just stick on your face. They're like, and you're like, go away, and it's like, no, I'm chilling right here. But then they get in like the small of your back, like right where that top back sweat would be, you know, when it's really hot, and they sit there and they drink that water or that sweat, and you don't know they're there, and then you stop and like shake your shirt for whatever reason, and then like 10 flies come flying out of your back, and you're like, oh my God, they start getting in your face again. And apparently it gets worse the further into Australia you go. And Mary's dad was telling me that they wear like these sacks over their head, like kind of like beekeeper sacks in the outback, just because so many flies, because you'll breathe the flies in. They also apparently have like these cork hats. Nobody actually wears them, but they do exist. These hats, they got string and cork on the end of them that like kind of flop around your face and keep the flies out of your face, but I haven't seen anybody wearing any, so I don't think they really exist. But other than the flies, like I was saying, everything is beautiful. Like everything is lush and green, and there's, you know, everyone lives on the beaches. Like no one lives in the middle. I mean, I guess some people do, but you know, everyone lives within 6 hours of a beach. Australia's like the same size as America, just everyone lives on the outside of it. We rode a ferry yesterday, like not a mythical creature ferry, but like a boat. And we went by the Opera House and stuff again. I didn't have my camera with me, so I couldn't record it, but you know, we got to see it a little closer, and that was cool. Oh, but you did get to eat the didgeridoo. You should be able to see that. That should be in one of the vlogs. America and Australia are similar in a way that we both showed up, kicked out the natives, and took over. Which Australia, it's the Aborigines, and with America, the Native Americans. You know, we just show up. This is our land. Thanks. They drive on the opposite side of the road. People keep asking me if the toilets flush in reverse as I do in America, but actually they're different toilets. They don't use the little swirly thing that we do in America. It's just like there's 2 buttons on top. One's for a half flush, one's for a full flush, and water comes out the back, and then water comes out the front to shoot it down the hole. Like the water from the back is to keep it from splashing up in your face, and the other one shoots it straight in the hole. So there's no swirl in action. There's no backwards or forward swirl. It's just, it goes down. They're not playing around with their turds. You just get rid of the things. So, and that's the same, like most of Europe too that I've been to has those toilets. It's just America that has like the swirly, I guess. Maybe Canada too, I'm not too sure. All the beaches are super nice here. Like like I said, so far what I've seen, like the first vlog, I think we were walking down the beach, and there's a path. There's so many meters or feet that you cannot build on. Like, you have to be so far away from the beach. It's cool because like you go anywhere else, there's like a house literally on the beach. You don't really, you sort of have that in some places, but most of it not. Someone took my sunglasses, I dropped them and lost them. I went back to find them in the spot I dropped them and they were gone. People were complimenting me on how much they like my glasses. They're gone. What else is different? I get like some of the food, like eating shrimp or prawns as they call them, and cherries is like a holiday thing. You eat those during Christmas. I guess anyway, they do in this family. And that, you know, for America, it's you get your turkey and your hams and your casseroles. Not so much here. They had something, I forgot what it's called. I'll have to ask Mary. Maybe you guys know. You can let me know down in the comments what this dessert is. But it's like a fruit dessert. It's round, or I don't know. It doesn't have to be round. But it has a crust, and the crust is like, it's crunchy, but then it goes real chewy. It's like a just big ass fruit pie. I usually don't like fruit with my sweets. I don't know. I don't like the fruity tartness. But that was pretty good. I think good internet exists out here. The internet that we're using currently to like upload this video and everything so it can be edited is terrible, but it gets the job done. Out in the valley where we were, pretty much in the middle of nowhere, where it was super pretty, they had some satellite internet. The internet hasn't been great, but you know, the people that we've been around, they don't use the internet a lot, you know. Like they may watch the Netflix, they may get on the Facebook. That's about it. You know, send an email. So I'm sure that fantastic internet is here, especially in Sydney. It's just not where I currently am. Do I prefer Australia over America? They both have their advantages. I mean, America's home for me. Like all the people I know there, my house is there, my animals are there. But if for a vacation, just to come where it's nice, you know, all the time, yeah, Australia's great. Beaches, you know, the best beaches. Like all Mary's family, they're like, oh yeah, I'll go to America, go to like California, see the beaches. And I'm like, you don't. You live in Australia. Your beaches are way better than anything we have in America. Just don't even worry about it. So if you come for a nice beach visit, then yeah, heck yeah. So maybe like spend spring and summer in America, come back over here when it gets real cold in America and be like, yeah, it's so warm and hot, because you know it's summer. The seasons in Australia are apparently just like hot and then rain, from what I've gathered from everybody telling me. That may not be completely true, but it's just like there's the hot, dry season, and then there's the flood season, because the ground is all hard and it doesn't really soak the water up very well. So it just floods. So they have these meter sticks on the side that show you like how tall the water can be. Like if it is flooded, you could like find the stick and see how deep the water is. And there's a lot of trucks, or what they call utes. Like I call it a truck, a Ford truck. They call it a Ford ute. And a truck is like a semi-truck with like the big 18-wheelers. So they have these meter sticks, and like a lot of the trucks have snorkels, like carburetor snorkels. It's like a vent that sticks out above where the engine is, so it can get its air intake, so if in case they have to go through water because of the flood season. I didn't get bit by any crazy snakes or anything like that. You know, they exist, they're here, but I mean, where we've stayed, you know, there's people, so they're not a lot of them. There's definitely plenty out where we were when we were out in the countryside. Yeah, all that stuff, it's all out here. And we went to the reptile park. You guys seen that had mostly Australian animals in it, I believe. And they had like the spider area that showed like a bunch of spiders, and there's all these Australian poisonous spiders. Didn't see any in person, but they exist and they're here. Definitely never felt like my life was in danger being here. Like a lot of people are like, oh my God, you're going to Australia, they have like all these poisonous animals. No. Well, America also has a lot of poisonous animals too, and bears and things like that, but you don't ever get attacked by any, do you? Maybe you do, most likely not. Sharks in the water, never saw a shark, never saw a fin. They have lifeguards. Like, they're all volunteer, and they go out to the beach, and they put these two poles on the ground, and between those two poles, like out into the water, it's safe to swim. Like they check it, make sure there's no riptides coming through, there's no jellyfish or sharks or anything nearby, and you can swim there, you're safe. Most of the time people still swim outside of that, but they swim close to that area. And then there's like you'll see a helicopter go by, like out over the water. They're looking down, looking for sharks, looking for anything that could hurt anyone. They call it in, the lifeguards direct people. It's very organized and it's pretty safe. Now, of course, there's still gonna be like the freak accidents that happen, like a surfer gets bit by a shark because it's out somewhere in the middle of nowhere, or maybe they're inside the safe area for swimming and something something like a jellyfish drifts in that nobody sees because it's a freaking jellyfish. How you gonna see it? But mostly like nothing bad that I could tell, like that I witnessed happen to anybody. Everyone just chilled out and had a good time. So is Australia deadly and unsafe? No, it's perfectly safe as long as you're not dumb. But all in all, Australia's great. I'm glad that Mary brought me here and I had a good time. And Fred's over there, he's been listening to me talk. He's just like, man, I'm so tired. Everyone's asked me that I've been here, all of Mary's family, how do you like Australia? How do you like Australia? And I like it, it's great. It reminds me of a summer in California. In Mississippi where we live, it'd be this, when it's this hot outside, it's like, dang, you wanna just never go outside because it's like a sauna. But here, you know, it's hot, but it's dry, so it's not like just unbearable. And everything's pretty. Everything looks great. Everything's expensive though, but you know, America's kind of super cheap and unhealthy in everything it does. And then you go anywhere else in the world and it's not that case. And I see a little lizard outside. I want to show you, but he's about to go under the, he's gone. Okay, well, I was gonna show you a skink, blue-tailed skink. Mary loves those things. Mary loves the crabs too. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this little vlog. Just catching up, kind of my thoughts on Australia and what I've seen so far. There's so much more to see, but this is just what I've witnessed and what I can tell you about. And so it's great. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time. And until then, stay toasty, my friends. Bye.